What's up everyone, this is Jeremiah from Jamfrog35 and welcome to Ratchet and Clank. Like I said before in my Sonic Unleashed video, I decided to redo the entire thing, and the reason why, in short, my audio was cutting out. And at first I just wanted to just send it in to get it over with, but that would be mean of me, so I decided to redo everything from scratch. So we got ourselves a new weapon called the Glove of Doom, in which we throw our little itty bitty minions that do the work for us. You could say they're the negotiator, I guess you could say, towards the enemies. Anyways, how is everybody doing? I'm pretty sure everybody's doing great thus far. I normally don't like doing voiceovers over my gameplay videos, but I also want it to be nice and neat. So, I'm doing this from scratch. If nobody wants me to just redo the entire video, and wants me to continue on, well, that's bad for them, because I want a good presentation on the video. And by the way, we're going to a blog station, Chairman Dreck's base of operation. Now, this one, I kind of lost a lot of my sanity. If you see my older video, which I may or may not showcase it a lot. Anyways, the reason why I lost my sanity is because, actually I wouldn't say I lost my sanity, more like lost my patience. And also, I forgot that this is not the the original. This is the original Ratchet Clank, not the other way around. By the way, we bought ourselves another weapon, the Taunter, which, in short terms, you taunt your enemies and they go towards you. If you get hit by the lasers, they die. Like that gate, for example. If there's an enemy over there and it just walks towards it, it will die instantly. It's not really much of a weapon, more like a special tool, if you will. I was trying to test out if I could be able to hit those exhaustion pipes that is shooting out green smoke, but yeah, I was trying to use the Taunter on that one little frog. I kind of feel bad at destroying all those little frogs, but then again, they're part of the blog experiment. So who am I to judge Ratchet? I mean, he's trying to save the galaxy, and what they're doing? They're trying to kill him. If I were them, I would just simply say, "Oh, hi there, Ratchet. Do you want to be a good friend, Ma?" Yeah. I don't even think those are even frogs, so go at him, Ratchet. But anywho, this is the part where I showcase the Glove of Doom, or actually, yeah, the Taunter. Definitely a good place to showcase the Taunter. Here it goes. So either it's the sound that makes them curious, ignoring the enemy that's in front of you, or the sound just hallucinates them or hypnotize them to come towards your direction. And yeah, I'm losing a lot of health here. But that's mainly because I'm usually trusting my good old wrench. It's my main source of attacking the enemies close or long distance. They don't use up a lot of ammo, unlike other weapons, but it has its own quirks, which I can work around with. But all in all, it's a pretty useful weapon. Anyways, I've been trying to solve the problem of the situation. I'm trying to unlock this gate. Maybe I will cut these out. No, actually I will leave them in just to showcase the puzzle once in a while. You're gonna tend to use this gadget a little bit, or should I say a lot. When I was playing when I was going through this level, I was having the mindset that I'm playing the Ratchet and Clank in the future series, where you actually have the grappling hook. You don't need to switch any weapons. You just press circle and you just latch onto those little mechanical ball thingamajiggies, and you could just swing across. But I keep on forgetting that I need to equip it, which I'm really glad they decided to change this later on in the series. It's actually quite easier and quicker to do so. I really need to just take my time on this one. Fortunately, however, I've been able to make it towards the other side without when I realize, oh yeah, I need to equip it until I fell off. I really wish the audio didn't cut off. This would have been much more easier to do so. And I really don't like to be commentating over my videos, over my gameplay video to, well, have a little conversation with. I mean, I could just leave the game in there and just be done with it, but yeah, this is the part where I am just trying to stay calm. I'm at peace. Let the enemies do the negotiating. My little minions. Good little minions. They're always such good people. Such really good negotiators. I just don't know why some of them try to like avoid negotiate some of the enemies. Well, I really don't think about that all that much. Anyways, but this is also the part I decided to grab those things because, hey, more weapons and such. Pretty cool, right? That could just... I just realized that that little minion just hit my head. Looking about it now. Alright, so... continuing on. There is also another reason why I was losing my patience, and it's also because of a skill point. You see, later on, and I can't believe I did that. After all this time, I should have known. Just equip. Just equip. Okay. There's this boss where you're fighting against a bigger version of another creature after you beat this guy out. And it should be showing up right now. I can't believe there's a bunch of frogs right there hiding in the boxes. How are they able to fit in there? Those things that are in the capsules. There's another creature 4 times that size. You could go guns blazing, but that's not the requirement they want you to go through. Oh no. They want you to use your wrench to defeat that big creature. I'm not really fond of that. To be honest, I'm really not fond of that skill point. Not only because I'm down to like 4 pieces of health, but also it's impossible to beat. I mean, I saw Mark from Some Call Me Johnny able to do it, but he has a lot of practice. Me, I have 0 ideas of what to do in this game. I mean, I played it before, but I still am trying to get accustomed to the controls and such. I'm just using my taunter to taunt my enemies so that I could like get some free bolts, and not to mention free passage. And it would be much simpler like that. And why was that dark frog thing just walking around like that in place? Okay. I'm gonna cut right here. Okay, now we are back. And I decided to leave this out because I'm just in curiosity how did that even happen? I'm guessing one frog was trying to go the other way while the other one is going the other way. It's stuck in this loop, I suppose. There's no big problem. I could just simply walk past them, so no harm, no foul. Right. I am being reckless. I guess I should be less
I got some great bargains for you today.
I don't know why I did this. That was terrible, Bull. Alright, so I'm buying a lot of ammo because I'm running low on ammo, yeah. The best bet I use is always use the Glove of Doom, because the Glove of Doom is your greatest enemy and such. And also because they actually take out the enemies for you really quickly. I mean, sure, you can use your wrench if you want to, but those crab creature guys, they take like 4 hits if you want to use your wrench. Maybe more. I lost counts after killed after lose my heart, my nanotech so many times. Okay. Oh, right. Grab some health and we're moving on towards the next area and towards the next pod. I decided to go up here just to see if there are any more, which there is more. Like, for example, enemies and a gold bolt, rightfully for the taking. You gotta love these type of stuff. Now, I didn't exactly say what the gold bolts are for. Well, it's not like you get like bragging rights for it. Oh no, you can actually use those golden bolts to buy weapons. Well, yeah, you're able to buy weapons with normal bolts that you collect. But there are some other weapons out there that will be showcased later in this game that cost and that use gold bolts to buy them, and I believe they are the major upgrades of the weapons you have in your hand. That is. Oh yeah, you can't actually upgrade your weapons in this game. And actually, I think they only upgrade your ability when you go to Ratchet and Clank 2 and onwards, or maybe it was Ratchet and Clank 3 and onwards. I'm not really 100% sure. Anyways, Atlantis, your greatest enemy of all time. Well, they're the greatest enemy of all time. You know, I really am curious of what happens if Ratchet used it on himself. Would he actually go to the laser, or would he just... or would it just do nothing? One theory for another time. Actually, I really wonder, how does that even work? Does it really attract attention, or does it actually do something else? By the way, I learned that you can throw your wrench up in the air. Well, it is kind of like a boomerang where you throw it and it comes back at you. But still, that's pretty neat. Now, here comes the elephant in the room. This big crab. Now, what you're supposed to do is just use your wrench to fight against him. Now, I study its movements and just have to get 2 hits on him before he slams his head down, and then goes to phase 2, which phase 2 evolves with those rocks. Now, this crab decided, ooh, I should get away from him. So he does the next best thing. Run away. That's actually his main tactic. But those rocks are grabbing some numbers on me, so I decided to try to find a way to do this. At first, I tried to do a ground pound on them, but it didn't work. So I decided to just ignore them and just focus on the crab. And if I could just get a little bit more, 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 little bit more. Phase 3. Now phase 3 have those little mini crabs on the side. Those things are a major bother for me. You're supposed to use the long jump, I think, to attack those creatures. But those things, those little itty bitty things, always seems to come close to me really, really quick. I really couldn't find any other way to defeat them. So I did the next best thing, and that is mainly I use a flamethrower on them so that I can get rid of them with ease. Now it's just me and the crab. Just do like first part and it will go down real quick. Now honestly, I think using a flamethrower on those creatures doesn't count for the skill point. Actually, I kind of think of it, I think it was only a wrench run, which means those little creatures you had to beat with your wrench in order to proceed onward. But I was losing my patience there, so I decided, let's move on. Let's just move on.
Whew. Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect, if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Dreck. For instance, Viola. My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these? At cost.
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount, too. Well, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here.
Thank you, HopeBot, for that information. Like HopeBot said, you're able to grind on rails. Now, you can do some things on the rails. You can jump or attack those obstacles, I guess you could say, that you can easily destroy by using your wrench. And that's about it. In later games, you're able to do like a side jump onto the next rail. But that was in later games, like in the future series, I believe. But yeah, now we are able to grind rails, like some sort of actually, I really don't know what you call a person that grinds rails. I guess a person that uses soap shoes. Yeah, let's go with that. Anyways, we're going to well, actually, we're going to the second stop, which Ratchet can't do it. I'm sad to say. But you know who can do it? Clank. That's right, people. Not only we get the chance to play as Ratchet, but also we get to play as Clank. Now this is a nice inclusion. I mean, we never get a chance to play as the side characters. As if Clank is a sidekick. Let me rephrase that. This is the first ever time we ever get a chance to play as a sidekick. If Clank is a sidekick, or maybe Ratchet is a sidekick. I'm not really 100% sure. Anyways, while Ratchet's more of shoot 'em up platforming style, Clank is more of thinking outside the box. He can attack with his hands, doing judo chops, and he also still has the helicopter pack. But he also has a new feature that you just saw just 1 second before moving on, which is none other than controlling little robots. Now, what you can do with these little robots is you can do 4 different commands. You can either 1, command them to follow you, 2, have them to stay, 3, enter into the gate key, I guess you could say, and 4, attack. And you probably need them in order to proceed, like always. Man, just look at the size of Clank. He's just only as tall as those crates. It's kind of strange. Playing as a big character and then playing as the small character. Kind of weird. Actually, it is kind of weird. Now, there is a gold bolt out in space, but we can't do anything about it. Mainly because, well, we don't exactly have the power to do that quite yet. Yeah, I'm just jumping all over the place, just looking back at it now. I guess you could say I'm really good at hopping. Because I'm a frog. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I could do an update on this one. So, updates on what's coming up. I am going to showcase a new Cycle Waluigi playthrough a little bit. It's quite amazing, may I say. Of the new playthrough. Now, it took me forever to finish it, which, believe you me, lately I am trying to finish everything on time. But other than that, yeah, it's not that bad. Not that bad at all. Now, will I showcase the new Star Fox? Next part of the Star Fox game? Probably. But it will be later next week. For streaming, okay, so here's the thing. I'm thinking about doing a review on Splatoon. Both 1 and 2, that is. I'm not going to delve into the story of Splatoon 2 that much, because, let's be honest, Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 has the same story, just different coats of paint. So here are the robots I've been talking about. Just press triangle. Oh, yeah. Help bot is already there for any service. Help bot, you just press triangle, you can select any of these four. Green is follow, yellow is wait, blue is enter, and red is attack. Now you can attack and use them to attack those little creatures right there. And they go down before the 5-second mark. Now be warned though, sometimes it will stall you mainly because they can destroy your, well, minions, I guess you could say, very easily, so be aware of that. If they are destroyed, just simply go back to their spawn point and direct them to wherever you need them to go. It's that simple. I should have destroyed those crates. Oh well. I got what I need, and it's time to move on to the next part.
The Gadgetron Hydro Displacer uses Insta-faucets and Insta-drains. Using it, you can drain and fill pools. Our sensors do not detect any on this space station.
Just like the HelpBot said, the Hydro Displacer basically, it basically controls it grabs all the water from the area, and you can refill it into different areas. It's useful for puzzle elements as such and later on in the game, but
I'm back.
So you are.
And I found this.
Hey, cool. It's a, what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Great. I always wanted one of those, I guess.
Did you know you can place any...
as the help desk explains, we can customize our own select screen as much as we want with in the quick select area, which we can customize our weapons or gadgets whenever we please. I didn't really mind about this feature, but then again, in future series, you're able to choose any weapons without going to the pause menu, and it's much more quicker that way, so I really didn't mind whatever the case. I decided to showcase a little bit just to customize everything and grab the weapons that are perfect in areas like these. But other than that, yep. Okay, so I'm actually thinking about doing like a Super Paper Mario Color Splash live stream instead of like redoing it all. I mean, I know I could have just grabbed everything I have and just be gone with it, but I really like to show. As much as I wanted to restart everything from scratch, or just begun with it, I think it's better if I just play the game by doing a live stream, because it would be much more quicker. Anyways,
Hi there, Fuzzball.
This shuttle has an autopilot.
now
Take you to a decommissioned
this is the third and final part of this game, and this is boarding the warship. I don't know why I decided to go back, but I decided I maybe it's because I was a little bit confused, but I went on there. No, but now we're actually going to be destroying the warship. Quick and easy, right? Well, it's easy if you know what to do. No, that's not the way. That is the way. Now, normally I don't face the enemies head on. I just normally take a long distance. As you can see, I have 4 health. I really miss the future series or Ratchet and Clank 2 and 3, where as you progress through the game, leveling up your health meter also goes up more. I went to different pathways, mainly to see which one is better to go through that, and I'm more into trying to collect the lava bolts as much as possible. And since I'm not a person who wants to go head first into battle, as I'm a little bit in a weak state for the time being, I decided to let my minions do the work for me. Yeah, they are really good negotiators. Just come at you and explode right in front of your face. But we're not on here yet. Yeah, crapping some ammo, but yeah, still we're not done, cause we have one thing left to do, and that is to press that big and ominous red button. As I turn him around and destroy him, that monster thing, the red button appears. Now, whatever you do, do not press the big red button, or else it would exist. Past me didn't listen. It released Sonic Boom right, so Lyric. Oh no! Okay, I know this conversation is already beaten down, but wow, what happened with Rise of Lyric, man? I mean, I know they weren't aiming the console for the Wii U, but come on. Alright. Anyways, we are heading back. We got the info bot, and we're going for a cutscene. So, Enjoy.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City. We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship, which will be held here over the next few days. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances. Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Did you see that?
Yes, I hope that poor woman is all right.
She's fine, I think. I was talking about the hoverboard races.
Ratchet. He is a little bit of a meanie. Anyways, that's about it. So, this is Jeremiah from Jamfrog35. Just gonna be saying you all stay stay ribbity awesome. Have a jam-tastic day. No, you all say jam-tastically awesome and have yourself a happy day. Bye everyone, and